I have a unicorn. Oh wow, that's good coffee. Holy hell. I have a unicorn mug. It's awesome. I recommend unicorn mugs to everybody. They're cool. So anyway, good evening everybody. This evening we'll be talking about how we deliver our photos to our clients and to our subjects and make sure that we export them correctly and deliver them in a professional manner, making it easy for them to get their photos, as well as it is free. That is a nice thing about it, because we'll be using something called Google Albums to do this, and Google Albums is for free. You can use it, which is really cool. So let's get started by jumping into Lightroom and then going through our export settings, how to get the correct settings, and then we'll do a Google Album export, and I'll add that link on here so you guys can check it out yourselves as well. So without further ado, this is my screen, this is my Lightroom, these are my photos. We had a lot of fun, which is cool. So first things first, we've now edited our photos, and our photos are all now edited and ready to be exported and delivered to our client. First things we do, we select the photos we want to export. We right click and select our export function. Where the hell's export? All the way at the bottom. Export, export. So in the block that opens up, this is very important. We need to now set our photos to give us the correct sizes for social media use, because that's wherever people will post them. People do not print photos these days, so there's no need to give them full resolution files, because those full resolution files, when you post them onto Facebook or Instagram, will lose a lot of quality due to the fact that Facebook and Instagram and all these other applications will simply downscale those photos to fit onto their standards. So instead, we will give them what they want, which will allow us to retain as much detail as possible when we post our work to Facebook or Instagram, as well as this will allow us to add the correctly sized photos to our album, which saves a lot of space, as well as when our clients post them in the future, they will be getting the most detail they can, which keeps us safe because people think we still take good photos. So first things first, in the window that opens up when we export in Lightroom, the first little places where we want to export the files to, I always put them on my desktop, just give them a name so I can find them easily. Then we can scroll down to the important thing, file settings. In our file settings option, we want to export as image format, JPEG at 100% quality. That's what we want. Then just underneath that, there is a resize to fit option, or image sizing options. We're going to click the option that says resize to fit. We're going to change it to a long edge. We're going to change the bottom of it. There's a little number. We're going to change this to 2048. That's the magic number. We want that number. Then very important, to the right of that, make sure it's pixels. And just to the right of that, it gives us a resolution, or DPI. Our resolution we will change to 84, and that will give us perfect files. Once you're done with your settings, you click export. Lightroom will do the run, do the export for us, and give us our files. Done exporting. There you go. Cool. So that has exported the files to our folder for us. Let's move the folder over here so you can see it. There you go. So here's our three little photos that we've just exported from Lightroom. We can open them up. Close that one. We can open them up. What the hell? And we can see that they still retained a very large amount of detail, which means that they will be perfect for posting onto social media, because they will retain as much detail as possible, and they will just be much easier, because when our clients post these photos in the future, can you zoom in that screen a little bit? Yes, I can, my friend. Give me a second. So let's open up my Lightroom again so we can go to the export settings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click magnifier, which will allow me to show you where my mouse goes. So we select our photos, right click, select export, and there's a little block that's going to open up. And on the block that opens up, let's move our magnifier this way so you can see it. We're going to go down to file settings, image format JPEG, quality 100. Then you're going to go down to our image sizing setting, we're going to tick the box that says resize to fit, change it to long edge, change the size of the long edge to 2048, very important. To the right of that, to make sure the resolution is set to 8:4. That will be your export settings for Lightroom as well as for Photoshop. Once we've done with all of our settings, we just click export, and that will give us our exported files, which will look fine. We still retained a very large amount of detail, and these files will now be perfect for social media, because Facebook and Instagram will not resize these files, because these files are already correctly sized to work on them. Now here comes the fun bit. We're now going to create an online album with these files for our clients to open and use. So first things we do is we go to Google. Hi Google, make sure you're logged into Google. So let's grab a magnifier again. What I am going to do is, let me move my magnifier this side and just see if I can add it onto my window. Give me a second. Window capture, click OK, and I want to capture the magnifier. There we go. That means I can move this to the next of my head, and you can see where I move the mouse, which is cool. So after we go to Google, in the top right corner, make sure you're logged in, because it's very important, and you'll see these little dots. That's your Google Apps. We're going to click the little Google Apps button. We're going to go down to Photos, and the Google Apps photo will now give us all the photos that we've uploaded to our Google Drive, which will be a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of photos of my stuff. So what we want to do now is we want to create an album. So on the left hand side, there's an album option. We're going to click on the album. It's going to show all the albums we've created. And on the right hand side by albums, there's a button that says create album. We're going to click that button. It's going to give us this little block here. We need to give the album a name. We're going to call this Livestream album, Livestream test, and that's that. We now need to add files or photos. We can click add photos, and it will give us that thing. Or what we can simply do is just go to the folder that we've exported on our desktop. That one, open up, and there's our 3 files. And we can simply select all the files we want to add to the album and drag them over and release. There you go. This will now upload those photos to our album, and once it's done, it will show us a little thingy, and it will show us all our photos. Ta-da! Now we've added 3 photos to our album. Isn't that cool? Now we can share this with our subjects or clients very easily by simply going to the top right corner. There's a little button here that says share. Click on that button. It's going to bring up a thing where you can either email this directly to your subjects or clients, or you can click just create link. It'll give you a little button, and it says, let anyone with a link see photos in the album. You go, yes, we want to do that. Create link. Bleh. There you go. We can now simply click on copy. And now that we've done that, I can take that link and send it to anybody, and they can open up the album. What I'll do is I'll add that link into chat, so that people in the future, when they watch this, they can follow that link, and that will take them to this album where they can see our example photos. Now that same link we sent to our clients, because as you can see, we've added the photos onto them. We can click on info, the top right corner, which will show us the settings we used when we took this photo. It will show us a whole bunch of details, as well as this allows us to download the files. To download them, we simply go more options, download, and then you can download the exact same file we've now uploaded, and your client can download that file, and they can use that file to do whatever they want to do it with. Just makes it much easier to share stuff with your clients, because this is for free. You can create a Google album for free. It doesn't cost you any money at all, and it allows you to create awesome albums and send them to your clients, and they can now download those photos and work with them as well. I always recommend only send resized photos to your clients. If they want to print something, tell them to let you know which ones they want printed, and then send them the higher resolutions of only those photos. Because at a session like this one I did with Mia, we took 401 photos. 401 photos uploaded to a photo album like this would take about almost 50 gigs worth of space, which is a lot of space because they're full-size files. If we resize them, that only comes down to about a couple of 100 megabytes for the 400 and something photos, which is awesome. We can actually just go here, go back, here's our exported, here's our black and white exported file, and that is about 451 megabytes that we uploaded, which is awesome. So there we go. That is how you export your files correctly for social media, as well as how you can create for free albums to send to your clients. Keep in mind, you can create a total size of about 15 gig. As you can see, my storage, it's more or less full. You can buy additional storage or simply create another email account as well if you really wanted to. But it's very important that you remember you can create these albums. You can have many of these albums. This is just one of my accounts, and you can just create those albums, share them with your clients, and they can just download the correctly sized files to use on social media. Very important. We want to give them the correctly sized files so that when they in the future post, tag us in the posts, the files will still look real crisp with a lot of detail. So there we go. It's extremely easy, extremely simple just to export your files correctly, upload them to a Google album, which is for free, create a share link, share that link with your clients. Done and dusted. It just makes it look a little bit more, it makes it look better than just using a flash drive. No, we don't like flash drives. We don't like CDs. We live in a digital age. Get with the times, send them nice, awesome Google albums. It doesn't cost you any money, it doesn't cost them any money. They can download all the files they want, and it just makes things much easier for you to manage as well. Definitely recommend that you give this a try, see if it works for you. If it does work for you, freaking awesome. You've now saved a whole bunch of money, and it's just better this way as well because it just works much more conveniently. And having things much more conveniently for our clients means that they like us more. We like when our clients like us. Yes, we do. Anyway, thank you everybody for this very short video. It's I do the live stream thing because I'm too lazy to edit videos. Yeah, I think that's the reason for it. But anyway, hopefully this is useful to somebody in the future. You can see the test album we created. There will be a link to that in the chat down below because we did create that live while we were busy streaming, so that you can see how that it looks when your client receives it. And I do encourage you to give this a try, see if it works for you, because it could save you a lot of money moving forward. Not only money, but it could save you a lot of time. It could save your clients a lot of time and data costs and things as such, because not everybody has uncapped fast internet. We need to be considerate that maybe they want to send this album to grandma that's living in a old age home. Grandma only has about 2 gigs worth of data per month, so we want to make sure we give them the correctly sized files to not waste their time, data and money. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to everybody, and next lesson we are doing Lightroom, sir. Yes, that's correct, Serge. The next lesson we'll be going through how to use Lightroom properly. It should be fun. Anyway, keep well everybody. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you find this information helpful and or useful, share it with your photography friends. Hopefully we can help educate each other. Education is for free when it comes to me because I do enjoy helping you guys. So have a good evening, keep well. It is 11 p.m. and I shall now go refill my unicorn mug, and then I shall continue doing what I do best, editing a shitload of photos. Anyway, keep well, stay safe, and I will catch you guys real soon again. The next video we will be doing is a photography 101, specifically in regards to how you would set up your Lightroom workflow, importing, editing, exporting your files. Keep well, keep safe, chat soon.